wonder if that means we're going to get Nautilus or Leona and Zeri. Ooh, it's so spooky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could technically get something kind of quirk. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Something not always seen 24/7, but I wouldn't mind this. I mean, something like Xayah, deal with the Vi armor every single time, kind of alleviate that, but you know you're going to be dealing with Nami Lucian, and the laning phase is not particularly the best there for Xayah, so going something like Caitlyn, rather, wrong way around, to try and alleviate some of that pressure from the get-go does make a whole bunch of sense, right? Caitlyn, Lux, a really nice one-to-one matchup into Nami Lucian. You can play at range, you can play with poke, and if one binding connects, all of a sudden it's a trap, you lose half your HP. Hell, you might even die if you don't cleanse it, if you're JackeyLove. So I quite like the answer here for RNG, and to me, already kind of setting up that they want to answer the bottom side this time again, but play it a slightly different way and not have to deal with the constant engage and harass from the Varus.
True, and this time as well, like, have a proven matchup that has constantly gotten ahead in the LPL. So more exciting for Gala and Ming, while again, you said Top Esports now have the opportunity to leave counterpick for Rookie. Even if it's for QingTian as well, maybe we get the stable mid. Rookie's going to lose the Akali. That's a great call after the first game. But a lot of solo laners are being taken away. The pool being spread thin. Last time around, Breathe was on this Renekton. I wonder if QingTian tries to steal that Jamada as their simple fourth.
Yeah, so here's the thing. 2 top side bans here for Top Esports, right? Go for something like maybe Cassante you want off the table for Breathe, or... okay, seems like they want the Blanc gone from Angel. They don't want to have to deal with the combo of Lee Sin and the Blanc. I think that makes perfect sense as well. Very respectable. And yeah, like you say, for QingTian, it's not like he's been a stranger to the Renekton champion. And if you want to give Rookie R5 after a pretty powerful game #1 performance, set him up for success again, I think it makes perfect sense. There's no reason not to. So we'll see what they decide to do. With split band, you can always kind of do anything. A lot of the times, if you ban 2 tops, you're going to go top on R4. And it seems like with Caitlyn Lux there, they're just going to press a Sion bar because they feel like already RNG might not be able to actually deal with that big, beefy top laner. And we will get R5 available here for Rookie. We'll see if he gives us that A-Soul. For now, though, RNG have to find an answer.
Into Syndra. Aurelion Sol into Syndra, Caitlyn Lux. I just don't think you would optimally choose that.
I don't think it's happening. Unless Top Esports...
Yes! I'm so happy! All right! Oh,
big!
Top on! Put it on top! Who cares? Put Aurelion Sol. Rookie.
Send the A-Soul.
Bro.
All right, never mind. It's gonna go right.
Okay, we got Illaoi. It doesn't matter. Good enough, bro. Illaoi, Jamada, take the wheel.
Oh my god, I get to cast an Illaoi game in the LPL. Give me a second. I need to breathe. All right. So, actually, that's a top lane. Yeah. See, I'm subconsciously making these little jests. All right. So, for RNG, the reason why I wanted the Illaoi pick last game was because the top side was just 2 beefy tanks who realistically couldn't kill Illaoi, and especially once she hits level 6. Good luck, to be honest with you. Now, Illaoi does hit a bit of a mid-game, sort of post-6, before 11 woe point where she can put...
Body better, get out of bed, sit in your chair, and get amongst it. Because there's only 3 words, actually, for this second game. Ain't no way. And there's ain't no way we got an Illaoi in the LPL the same day we got the Shy's Quinn. Now, Jamada, the great thing is, people out there have probably the 2 casters, not in the world, but in the LPL, that have played this the most. You are obviously by far on top of me right now as the Illaoi player. But I do know that E is everything to this champion, even when Ultimate's up and available as well for trading patterns. If you miss E, everything slows down just a little bit, right? That test of spirit.
That's the window where you can punish the Illaoi. If she doesn't have the test of spirit up and available, it effectively kind of like double amps your damage. You can just think about it like you're taking double damage. It's not actually mathematically that until very late into the game. But if you get hit by E and you're getting hit by both the test of spirit damage plus also you're eating Illaoi's damage flat up at face value, you're just going to lose the trade every single time. So it's a very obnoxious ability to deal with, and it scales quite well. Once you get a couple hundred AD, you sort of sit around 250 after the first 2 items if you're going full AD. With something like a Syndra and a Black Cleaver, it's something where if you get hit by it as a squishy, you just have to go back to base. You can't deal with it if the spirit gets killed full HP. So we'll see what Breathe will do there.
You're also talking about Vi in the top lane. The great thing is once Vi sets up the engage, and especially if it's pre-6, she can't really get out.
No.
And Illaoi loves when people can't escape, when people use their all-in and there's no way to disengage.
And not only that, Vi's engage patterns are quite linear.
Oh, yeah.
Illaoi likes to know where to throw her E, and if she knows that a champion's going to run directly into her, it just makes it so easy to land that ability, and all of the damage and healing comes through off of it.
5 years.
I was about to say, yeah.
That was when Suning was Suning Gaming. SNG was Suning Gaming. Xiao Ao, by the way. My God, I can't even remember his real name. I don't think he's playing anymore. I need to look this up because Xiao Ao. Lung Xing, of course. Lung Xing, who previously played on RNG, funnily enough. Played on TT for a little bit. Hasn't played since the end of summer 2021. But remember that Lung Xing, aka Xiao Ao, was an RNG top laner that went to Worlds with this team at the time as well. So the fact that this was the last time played 5 years ago is just a beauty to see by, yet again, another RNG top laner. Is Freed right now having an okay time, while Jamada, if top doesn't get ahead for RNG, my biggest question to you is the game stuffed? Like, how bad of a game is it? Or do all these lanes need to get ahead?
What I will say for the side of top esports is I feel like their scaling is pretty fine with the Ryze. It's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with the range of like the Syndra plus the Caitlyn Lux at the same time. So I feel like objective setup is going to be very crucial for top esports, because if they have to walk into Fog of War against all of those pick tools, it's going to get quite frustrating quite quickly, and there's so much burst damage that, yeah, frankly, it's going to be a little bit too hard in my mind for the side of top esports to deal with, unless they can get super creative with a couple of the approaches. But they don't really have, you know, true backline flankers, right? It's kind of just Vi, go in, you've got that big beefy tank in QingTian with the Sion, and you're mostly looking at front to backs for the side of top esports. So if they don't get ahead, I don't feel like it's necessarily doomed. I just worry about, you know, the side lane and how RNG will actually kind of allocate those resources, and how top esports will deal with what should be that scaling threat on the side lane, because they definitely don't necessarily have a true strong side lane threat until Rookie hits, you know, 2.5 ions realistically.
True, until he scales it up. I mean, unless JackeyLove takes over and snowballs as well, and this duo swaps around a little bit preemptively. The important part for now to note is that for top esports, these early lanes doing okay to match, but let's be real, RNG have a small gold lead because mid's doing pretty well right now, top's doing pretty well, and Wei's trying to make bot do very well as well. As JackeyLove's low on mana, sets up for the piercing light, trying to clear the wave. Wei is waiting patiently, but JackeyLove and Mark don't step too far up. Mark is going to get rooted here, but again, they're not too far forward. That Wei has wasted almost a minute down in this bottom brush.
Yeah, I mean, he's not too fast. I mean, that's the meta right now, Hysterics, you know. Gank bot, 3 camps gank bot. In this case, did most of his jungle, sat there, nothing happened, go back to base, get your catch-up XP when you eventually find a kill. It's alright, don't worry about it.
Okay, JackeyLove flashes! Ming is dead! Mark and JackeyLove have been the better 2v2 by far.
Yeah, they really have. And just capitalizing on one Acro Prison, and immediately Ming just gets pounced on. Really nice capitalization there from top esports bottom side. They'll even have Tian just come and shadow whilst they shove this in. Help the shove actually as well. They might need him for the extra wave after this, unless they just want to base. Regardless, it should work out as Panther's top side. This is a lot of what happens in a tank matchup like this. You get hit by a Test of Spirit, you lose like 300 HP, and then you have to dodge on the tentacles. If you don't dodge them, Illaoi just heals, and then it also hits a lot of the waves, so you get auto shove again, and the pattern can just kind of repeat itself here on the top side. So that's it. That's kind of Illaoi in a nutshell. It's really frustrating to play against, and there's not too much counterplay very consistently as Tian goes in. War Angel flash forward.
Good damage. Scatter the Weak needs to connect up from RNG, and it does. Well done from Angel. And now we're 1-for-1.
Yeah, that Tian just kind of goes in and doesn't find a window to flash away because he can't get over the wall. And hey, even if he does, Wei would have probably just followed it anyway. As quick replay at this first blood, it's just a really nice Acro Prison. And the problem is for Ming, he just has to flash it because that binding's going to hit and he's going to take tower aggro.
Yep. Oh, meanwhile,
he was
Ming walking in. We just saw a great play from the bottom lane of top esports. It's going to follow up with Rookie getting set up. Wei now in a lot of trouble, but Gala here to help him out. Rookie steps on a trap.
Oh,
but that means he gets stunned up. Mark survives, if only in the nick of time. Tian has flash available with Q. Rookie's going to match and take Gala out. He's got flash, but he's rooted up. No time like the present, says Rookie, to get yet another kill. He flashes over for Wei. A flash from Wei to get out of there. The Q saved by Angel. That's Scout of the Week. If not used, Rookie would be 3-0.
Yeah, he would. Would be 3-0. And, I mean, RNG, they do get the Dragon. And in correlation to what it means, I mean, actually, first off, Rookie getting 2 kills is a bit of a problem for RNG. Because
again.
he's one of the... two, after game number 1. And 2, he's the one thing that can maybe deal with that Illaoi on the side lane. Talk about as, yeah, RNG, they do get this Dragon, but they're kind of just caught between a rock and a very angry Rookie, as Ming gets the first kill onto... or Rookie gets the first kill onto Ming, rather. Mark gets the heal off in time, so that final aura from Angel doesn't actually take him down, and Rookie casts that Realm Warp, gets him and Tian on top of Gala immediately. Gala's flash comes out just a little bit too late, means he still gets imprisoned up, and Wei able to survive on like a sliver of HP. As Angel gets that Scout Weekend, and the Q just brushes past him on the way out.
We're back in it, and JackeyLove and Mark, I mean, you know, we were comparing the Lucian Nami last lane, Gala and Ming not able to do too much. This time around, we said Gala and Ming had a bit more agency in the lane, right? A little bit more setup. JackeyLove and Mark have punished them, and now bottom lane is actually quite even, despite a bit of CS missing. JackeyLove even has a kill over Gala, so yet again, top esports through this early game are showing up quite big.
Yes, they are, indeed. And you feel like for the side of RNG, you kind of should have pretty sizable lane leads. Not sizable, I think sizable might be a step too far, but they should be ahead 1-1. And even though, at least in the bottom side for Gala and JackeyLove, they got an individual CS lead, it's not really big enough to the point where it's, you know, spooky, right? You haven't taken a good couple of plates off that bottom side tower. So the Caitlyn pick, it's not really achieving what it usually wants to do in that facet. So I feel like for top esports, objective achieved, right? You've stopped the Caitlyn Lux from snowballing per se. And you can kind of leave lane happy once you hit that 1.5 item mark with the Gale Force, maybe a Dirk if JackeyLove decides to spec into it. With the mandate, you can then start to do Lucian Nami things, right? In the mid game, blow up the target. And that's really when you want to start playing the game. For RNG, you want to start playing the game from minute 1, and so far, haven't been able to with Caitlyn Lux.
And look, let's be real, you said in the early game that, you know, it could also rely on top esports utilizing range against this Illaoi pick, right, at some point in the game. Well, Rookie's already set up. Rookie is that range, you know, the one with the widest range, actually, on top esports. And the one that can kind of kite it out with things like Phase Rush. So, for Breathe, game might not be as simple as he first thought, as he's going to send him out with a Test of Spirit. Leap of Faith has not been used as of yet here in this game, but Test of Spirit will be withstood by QingTian. Means no tentacle in the end, and Breathe just continues to womp away while we sit here and we chill out until next Dragon, until maybe this Herald gets looked at, with RNG having priority up in this top side.
Yeah, RNG, they should almost always have priority in the top side, as Ming's going to eat another culling. Damage will be blocked a little bit there by Gala with the shield as well. But for now, it feels like top esports have pretty firm control of the bottom side, juxtaposed to that top side like we were just speaking about. And Wei, I think he's on the Herald. It's just kind of dragged out a little bit, so it looks a bit awkward on the minimap. Should be on that one. The objective will be RNGs, but look at the map. Look at the trade.
Oh, and look at Gala. Look at the moves, man. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Tian takes him down. Ming just gets hit at melee range. Rookie doesn't care about the turret. Tian for a double. The bottom lane is wiped again.
It just feels really bad from the side of RNG's bottom side. 2 games in a row kind of thrown to the wayside here for this Herald. Now, at the very least, wait, drop the Herald. No, okay, that's fine. Don't want to do it. Don't want to trade the plays.
No, we're going to look at the choo-choo and top side. I'm just more wondering about Rookie. Observer, I get it. It's a train. I love trains too. Rookie's trying to get back to his own lane though, while Herald's not going to be placed down and Angel is not going to be able to zone him out.
I'm really surprised they didn't drop the Herald mid just to get the gold back. I mean, my only thought is maybe they're saving it for the Dragon and they want an extra facet of pressure, which I'll definitely understand. Gala, however, the unfortunate victim of the pressure from top esports, hovering towards the bottom side. They had a good idea that it was going on. They just unfortunately path the way they do and they get jumped on immediately. And both bottom laners of RNG die. Esports capitalize very happily on RNG playing for that Herald.
It's not going to be as fast as game one. It's not going to be as bloodthirsty, but it's still going to be top esports favored here with a gold lead that's spanning out to about 1,500. Rookie in charge again. The leadership that he gives his team is absolutely massive, and you can see Tian alongside him as well in this game. Both have really been taking charge as top esports now start this second dragon. And you were saying it before, Jamada, they might try and use their Herald to add pressure, but Wei's not even going to drop it now, and Dragon's just going to go down free of charge.
Yeah, it's not the best there for RNG. Top esports will take that one away. So Ocean Dragon, Ocean Soul will be getting. And one point I did want to make earlier is typically the reason why we don't see picks like true side lane picks like Illaoi too often these days is more or less because the Dragons kind of bring everyone to team fight, 5v5, right? Side laning is kind of impossible. Hold that for Angel. I think he's dead,
isn't he? He's just dead.
So, continuing my point,
please.
as Angel doesn't even have the room to flash. Picking up that first dragon, it just kind of gives RNG a little bit of breathing room, an extra 5 minutes potentially to side lane with this pick. That being said, however, the rest of the map is losing so heavily that maybe Breathe getting all of this pressure in.
Good leap of faith.
Yeah,
just
a lot
simply
of
on the test of spirit, and that means we're going to have some slamming going on. As Breathe, that's all it takes, an ulti to pressure through. But, you know, again, I like your analysis of why we don't see picks like this because of the value inherent in the bottom lane, right? As you were saying, hang on, top might be dead, but meanwhile, is Ming going to die again? Well, he does get a final spark in return. Able to flash out in time and mark the response. Gala, that's got to feel good after this game. As RNG win bot, win top, the ulti back in over the minion wave. QingTian might find Breathe, forces the flash. Very well played at a low HP bar, while Breathe was about to get everything.
Yeah, clean combo on the bottom side as well for Gala. Trap, headshot, auto, net. Really, really nice.
I think the timer at the top of the screen, Jamada, is wrong. Because plating went down at 13:57, yeah. That's rubbish.
That's all right. Well, you know what? We get pranked. I think, yeah, I guess we just got pranked. I guess the overlay isn't actually drawing off the timer API or something. I don't know how the overlays work. It's all it's wizardry to me. As bottom side, Ming almost gets one shot, but the trade comes through. Trap, Q, headshot, net back, headshot, auto. It's great stuff there from Gala, and Mark, after almost finding that engage there with Ming, unfortunately gets punished for it. So RNG find some respite somewhere, but is it going to be enough is really going to be the big question, right? Because we haven't seen this Caitlyn snowball, we haven't seen them really leave the bottom side of the map yet, and that's normally what you want to do with the Caitlyn. You want to get around the map, knock down towers. It's not been that impressive lane pick so far. So I feel like top esports again are still kind of smiling, walking away to the bank with this. They've got the mandate now for Mark.
Yep.
And JackeyLove is almost at 2 items. It's got the rapid fire cannon on its way. He's not too far off it, and once that second item comes in, they're going to be a powerhouse as they're just going to set up shop here in the mid lane now.
And again, you know, that mandate you talk about all the time, like that's a big spike for a support with this duo as Angel has to play it back. Danger right now as top esports hold a 2K gold lead. We talked about that dragon going to them second time around. The Ocean Soul also mentioned that in 2 minutes time, teams will start fighting over that. Black Cleaver is picked up at the top lane, so I truly wonder how QingTian's going to feel rushing the Sunfire here. As this game so far, he's been on a bit of an island against this Illaoi. He's done okay, Jamada. He's done a lot better than I thought he would against this side lane pick.
I'll be honest, 30 CS within range of an Illaoi as Sion, you take that, you're very happy. But this is kind of this mid-game annoyance I was talking about where, sure, I mean, he's kind of getting hit by quite a few Test Spirits, but Illaoi can't even kill the Spirit, to be honest with you, a lot of the time. As, hold on, Scout of the Week. Going to connect and find anything, but this tower's going to go down. It's
4 TP. They're thinking about going in. That's Rookie over the side. Tian gets the Vault Breaker in with the cease and desist. The poke out. Gala has to reposition as Tian sacrifices his life, but Rookie's now here. He dodges away from the light binding. Now onto Angel as JackeyLove and Mark clean up the rest. They've picked apart the pieces. I thought it was a puzzle, but they've just put it together so perfectly. Rookie takes the blast cone. Angel's out of sight, but Rookie just eyes them down, and meanwhile, Illaoi is dead. How the hell did that happen?
What the heck happened there? What? And Rookie is just a monster, man. That teleport, it almost looks a bit troll from where he is, right? But the flash over the wall, just puts him right in the position he needs to be in. And Top Esports get everything, including this topside 1v1, which I'm very curious to know how the hell Breathe died. But Vio in almost looks a little bit too far forward, and even though it does get punished very quickly, doesn't really matter. Tian dies because look at Rookie's positioning. He's on top of Gala and he's on top of Angel so fast that the immediate response has to be to back away. As is it just an overcommit, miss of the test of spirit? Oh, that's
the tentacles helped out.
All of a sudden it makes a lot of sense.
No.
Okay. I mean, you have to be careful. It's why you can't, you know, press W sometimes. And first tentacle spawn kind of grieves him a little bit, I'll be honest. Is it?
Speaking of which, JackeyLove caught out, great kick flash. Is he dead though? Someone needs to kill him. A lot of damage onto Gala in response as Mark is now the next target. Wei has set up for the successful pick. Rookies though thinking about how he gets in, but no realm warp. Means Tian's on an island in front of the dragon. RNG fight back.
Yeah, RNG, they do find back and they get this dragon. And again, right, in context, that Illaoi pick, any dragon you can pick up, which means that you don't have to come to a team fight, pretty damn good. So you'll take that as RNG, finding the pick there. Really nice kick by Wei. As looks like Rookie's gonna find his way onto Breathe. And this is the one member that you don't really want to deal with as this Illaoi, is that Ryze. So just take a step away. And Rookie, he's also 304, and he almost has that Archangel stacked up. 2 items.
Big.
Massive.
But RNG, are they going to be able to deal with him? I mean, that's the biggest question after we saw the successful pick-off in the bottom lane. The Dragon going over, Jamada. They are still behind in goal by about 2,000 or so. Top Esports in their own vein, you know, were able to pick up the Dragon, so Soul is nowhere nearby. And this Illaoi dying up in the side lane, top side. It just shows that the Demon can kind of bleed here in this game, as the strength from TES is quite apparent with second Herald being started. Don't have too long before Baron spawns though, so Top Esports need to finish this quick, but Breathe is just standing idly by.
Yeah,
they all are actually. But in a choke versus Ryze? I don't know about that one way as Tian goes super deep. Do I know about this one? Well, there's a Realm Warp coming in. Here's Big Bad Rookie delivers in as Tian dies. Gala's next up though as I'm looking for the Illaoi now. There's the test of spirit, the leap of faith. Breathe heals up, the slam down. It's a shutdown as well as QingTian is going to be here with the tentacle party following through. Breathe gets yet another test of spirit as we're getting a harsh lesson after slam. After a prophet of an elder god. Breathe survives, gets a shutdown, while Top Esports lose 2 as well.
Yeah, it's 2 for 2 at the end of the day. One thing that was quite funny there is Breathe, he finds access to the backline finally, and the Rookie's Realm Walk brings out like all of the value targets that he's looking for. Yeah. Take a look as we look at it, and like you say, it's into a choke against Ryze, against Nami. It just feels a bit awkward to approach, doesn't it? As you see a pretty deep engage, and Realm Warp, it's just Rookie that takes it actually, so he just gets away from the Illaoi and finds his way again onto Gala and onto the backline of RNG. Breathe eventually takes him down with a harsh lesson, as speaking of harsh lessons, Breathe,
there's another one.
Yeah, Breathe learns that you can't quite win a 3v1 just yet.
But one day, I mean,
one day.
Illaoi late game, unkillable with a crap load of damage.
If we have a moment, I'm not sure. He's gone.
You do.
Gone to the gauntlet. I'm not sure. I like the Frozen Fist here in this slot
instead of Gordringer.
And Divine Syndra would do you some justice.
Oh yeah, I like
cutting down QingTian. I feel like even a whole break a second, just ignore your mythic, wouldn't be too bad either. Give you a bunch of magic resist as well to deal with Rookie.
Why
so
do
you don't necessarily have to spec into it. I don't know. Like so. Typically, if you get the Ice Swarm, what it does make really easy is landing Test of Spirits. If you can W a target, right, and then just immediately eat them because they're slowed, you can just kind of maul them, and that feels pretty good. But aside from that, it's kind of just the worst, Divine Syndra. It gives you all of the health and the armor stats, sure, but I feel like Hullbreaker or just that Divine Syndra probably give him a little more value. But hey, Breathe is the pro player. I'm not gonna question what he feels is good.
No, you can question. It's all right. I think again, you are the Illaoi savant. You've been waiting years for this day. As
I really have.
Look, Breathe in the last fight, as you said, got backline access, but Rookie reposition made it hard. He got Rookie in the end, big shutdown that led him to this spot as RNG are sitting in the choke here, once again waiting for Tian to overstep. He Vault Breakers in, he Vault Breakers out. Baron is there live sitting, and Top Esports have cleared all vision with a comp that does it fast enough.
Yeah, they do. Ryze is 2 items. Lucian's no slouch either, and they've got a blue ward, so they know it's been started up. But how do you get in through all of this poke? Yeah, culling, Ming's half HP.
Sonic
Wave does connect. Target to be low.
I'm wondering if they're going to go all in on JackeyLove. It's Way again who sets it up. Baron pulled away from. And just like that, Top Esports decide it's a no-go. 35 seconds till Dragon, though. And RNG just might lose this third Dragon of theirs simply because Top Esports were able to force out mid and now get this setup.
Yeah, seems to be the case. But again, you know, Dragons 2-1 apiece. If Top Esports get it, it's 2-2. We're not seeing a soul for a very long time.
True. And
it just means that these teams are going to have to get more creative on their engages, on their map openings, their approaches. For Top Esports, it feels like they've got a lot more freedom to do that. And right now they're set up in this mid lane for the tier 2. And RNG are going to be quite slow to respond, right? You see Breathe up in the top side and the recalls came in quite late. Unfortunately, they won't lose the tower. It's just going to be a bit of a chunk out. And now Breathe has some free time up here. And Illaoi gets through towers quite quickly. He should be.
Yeah.
He's Illaoi. I hope he is.
Yeah, any Illaoi would, right? As look, at least as we look back, might have been slow from RNG, but because of the priority on Dragon, Top Esports are going to lose this inner turret towards the top side. It's slam after slam down as Harsh Lesson, remember, an attack enhancement on that turret as well. So down it goes. Personal gold for Breathe as well on this very unique side laner. All for this Dragon, so the gold trade does go to RNG.
Gold trade does go to RNG. Get the Null Magic Mantle. I really want to know what he's doing next, you know? Got all the armor from the Frozen Fist. He's got a Phage now. So that's a hull breaker. Don't be don't be a Sterak's. And not that Sterak's is bad. Sterak's is actually a really, really good item on Illaoi because she gets so much AD because her base AD is so ridiculously high. But go hull breaker, man. Just full commit to his side. Just do it. It's what you want out of the pick anyway. You don't normally want Illaoi at team fights unless you have so much priority that you have to walk into Illaoi, which I feel like for Top Esports, they can just play it at range pretty much all the time.
But that still doesn't answer the question as to what the Null Magic Mantle goes into. Because Phage goes into Hullbreaker or Sterak's, but there's no Null Magic Mantle in either. So I guess we get to wait and find out whether... I mean, last time you played Illaoi, did you go more? Was more in the build at all? I guess if you have Sterak's, can you do more?
Since they took the Omnivamp off of the more passive, it's kind of not that good anymore.
Oh, true. It's not good, is it? Oh, Breathe. Hang on, here we go. Test of faith, a leap of faith rather onto Rookie. That's good damage, but Illaoi still ain't there yet. Rookies has to walk away, but Breathe, to be fair, is still threatening enough.
Yeah, the big problem is that she's just kind of getting one shot by Rookie because he's almost at death cap already. 3 items looming there for Rookie, so can't really just kind of stand there and face tank. And this is why I asked for the whole break for second, man. I'm just saying, all right? I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. It looks like he's building towards it now, but RNG having that side lane threat kind of just removed temporarily from the map. No ultimate as well means that Top Esports really want to go back down to the bottom side very quickly. They can, but look at this flank. Angel's been waiting here for a while, but there's just no squishy target.
Yes,
available. It's just QingTian.
What are you going to do? I mean, also note that, you know, Breed's almost level 16 Jamada, and Illaoi's ult isn't actually on that long of a cooldown. Like, Leap of Faith is just about back up again, so something can be done here in the fight as Rookie gets the stun down. Tian's on in. No ulti yet, though. The timing for Breathe is just a road too far as Tian re-engages the tidal wave. JackeyLove takes down the shredded machine as Tian now gets poked out, but it's not enough. Top Esports, that was a lovely little window.
Yeah, really nice window, and you know, no ultimate available for Breathe. It just makes him a very easy target to pick off like that. And Realm Warp, Baron,
straight away.
Seems like an inevitability now. That's 4v5, and that should be going over to Top Esports. RNG, what can you do? You have practically none of your real strong tools available. Maybe Wade gets in?
Oh, no. Okay, and now the re-engage. Angel in a bit of trouble, has to flash away. JackeyLove following up Way. They came to pop their head in and say g'day, but unfortunately, they're going to pay the iron price with it. Over the wall, Way's trying here onto JackeyLove. Oh! Respect given.
Yeah.
TP, oh no,
so close.
It's getting worse, it's getting worse, it's getting worse. Gala's next, he's got flash, he's got heal. Will he be able to burn any of them? No, he dies. Full summoners, shows disrespect. RNG, the Baron was gone. I feel like you're losing so much more than you needed to.
Yeah, and I feel like with the Baron, Top Esports, they can really push the envelope here. They can get so much done. Both the side lane towers at tier 2 can definitely drop here if they're efficient about their time. Maybe even crack open the base if RNG make a misstep. And so far, it feels like RNG have made one too many against the Top Esports side, who are just so clinical too often than not. What do you do now as RNG when I really kind of take a bit of a step back? We'll talk about it after the replay, I guess. I mean, there's not too much to talk about in all reality. It feels like, oh, forces the flash out from Angel and Wade just gets the chase down. I guess we look at how close he actually got to killing JackeyLove, because it was very, very close. In bush, auto attack, really clean combo to be fair.
Rookie's caught out. Hang on a minute. Good test of spirit again.
He's just sidestepping everything though.
He is.
Doesn't matter.
He's still very hard to kill, but look, I mean, Top Esports, they might get exposed somewhere, but then the other part of the map's pushing in. Look at bot. 3 waves set up. Just destroying the enemy base. Now somebody deal with QingTian.
QingTian's the Illaoi this game. He's the one that's the side lane threat. As Top Esports continue to mount the pressure here. 2 Baroned up cannons should mean that tower drops. One more auto will do it. There you go. So base is open. That's what you really needed here from Top Esports from the Baron at the very least.
Oh
now,
my god.
More pressure onto Ming. It's just so much. And even if they don't use the next 50 seconds to get an inhibitor, the damage is still done, frankly, to the base. And they can always go back to that dragon as well and pick that one up almost for free now.
Steric's gauge, by the way. Instead of the whole breakup. I agree. Disappointment.
I get it, because at this point you're not doing much side laning. But it shouldn't have gone to this point, you know? True. You just... It's a good, like, 4th item if you've got nothing else to build. But not a 3rd item like this. But it makes sense that he's done it now instead of the whole breaker. It doesn't make me any happier.
No.
But, you know, that's just the situation he's in. I tried to sell the Bible, and it's failed. I'm sorry.
I'll be real with you at this point. I think it could be any item. It just feels like RNG haven't had the perfect setup that they've wanted. They haven't had the perfect Illaoi fight, but more importantly, Top Esports throughout this whole series have outplayed this team. And even with small windows from RNG in this game, even with some of the fights going really well and some slick outplays from them as well, I think Top Esports have just had 5 better individual players at the majority points of this game, as Wade with a good kick to get out of there. But Top Esports now, thank you so much. The dragon is definitely there.
Yep, absolutely. And frankly, Top Esports can play this game at whatever pace they feel like, right? They can be as meticulous as they have been for the last 10 minutes if they really please. Feels like RNG don't have much an answer, to be entirely honest. I beg your pardon. You look at the items, the inventories, just all favor Top Esports. Those big, like, sort of critical mass moments have been hit. Decap there, 3rd item, plus a Last Whisper there for JackeyLove as well. Very quick blades. And I will say, even though Gala does have IE Bloodthirster, he's 3 items as well at parry. How often have we seen Gala actually be set up and be in a position to get out a whole bunch of auto attacks, whole bunch of right clicks, headshots? Sure. Anything? It just hasn't happened because the pressure's been there immediately from members like Rookie, from Tian, to just shut him down straight away. So it feels like even if you can look at those sort of silver linings here for RNG, Top Esports have just been effectively shutting it down anyway. And so far, it's just been a clinic the entire series long.
And it's nice to see from a team like this that, you know, is going a little bit longer here in this game. Their pre-30-minute record where, folks, if you didn't hear at the start, Top Esports averaged the quickest game time in the LPL at 29 minutes 16, I think was the specific stat. Game 1, they kept to that, but this one even going a little bit slower, it just feels like they're a hair's breadth from finding that final fight, breaching the rest of the base, and ending this 2-0, where we might not have had a Reliant Soul from Rookie today, but we have had a Rookie masterclass all the same. You can be happy you got the Illaoi, but QingTian has played exceptional League of Legends as well. As here we go yet again, Top Esports gearing up for the Baron in 45 seconds. Look bot, Rookie's level 18, Angel 16. Breathe is only level 16. That's a 2-level lead as Tian gets out from the light binding into Final Spark. And that Ryze that you talked about matching into the Illaoi, I'd be scared too.
I really would. You can't really step up as Breathe. Even if you hit a test of Spear, okay.
Well, that's good damage though. Wei got hurt more than the combo. Rookie just pressed a couple of buttons.
I think he only pressed E before he could walk away.
Oh my
the damage that came out. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, now the base is broken because you committed Wei to the bottom lane. Ming almost dies from a culling again at max range. And just like that, the inhibitor's going to go down. Rookie's dealing with Breathe down here. Look at this go. Breathe doesn't get the test of Spirit, so he can't do anything else. Now his Leap of Faith might be up again, but Breathe has decided to back away as here comes the poke. TP though. Okay, final stand, Jamada. I respect it. Breathe, don't go that way.
Oh my god.
Absolute yeeted. Like, no. The nodders. The no.
It just... yeah. They've just cancelled the flank, haven't they? They just said, no, it's not happening. They just turn it around. I mean, it's smart play from Top Esports. What can you say, right? You can't be mad at it. And the RNG, I mean, they're going to be mad about it. To be fair, they're going to have to walk in now and try and do their best. They lose this Baron, they lose the game. Here's the fight.
Oh, the all-in. Look at the bounce down. Gala doesn't get the move. His flash burn late. No, not at all. As Breathe is in the middle, he's trying his heart out. The Illaoi thing, you can feel it, you can sense it, and even with his last breath, he takes out Tian, but it's not enough. They launched into Gala. They said, no way, Jose. And Top Esports, this team is going to playoffs pretty damn soon.
Oh, yeah. It's almost certain, isn't it? And they look scary when they are on form. And today, they have been on form more than, to be honest with you. Going to take out RNG in a 2-0 fashion. This game was slow, but I think it has to be into a composition like RNG's, where you've got a couple of weird picks like that Illaoi, and they handle it gracefully, and they will take their 2-0 victory. And so
Rookie, the 7-1 and 6 Ryze. JackeyLove on Lucian this time around. Mark having an unbeatable series. I mean, I could go through some of Tian's engaged. Beautiful QingTian the setup as well, the bounce outs onto Gala. This team's firing on multiple angles. And a lot of people at the start of the split came in and were like, well, why aren't we seeing Wayward? This is the reason why. QingTian is performing legendarily. And, you know, if that's not a word, better be now. But 369 left a bit of a shadow in his wake. Wayward showed a lot of nerves last year. And even when this team went to Worlds, like, I was thinking, oh man, I think Wayward is one of the weakest players. If QingTian went to Worlds in his current state, I don't think he'd be